Runescape got an incredibly useful update today. Let's talk about it, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today marks the introduction of the High Contrast and Entity Highlight modes. If you've ever had issues finding something in a bunch of clutter, you should now be able to make your life much easier. High Contrast mode can be activated in your gameplay settings under additional options and then accessibility options. You're also able to quickly activate the option by right-clicking your world map icon and choosing High Contrast mode. Alternatively, you can keybind High Contrast mode at the bottom of the Windows and Navigations tab in your controls settings. Now, if you're not so much about playing in High Contrast mode and you simply want to highlight certain entities, you can also do that by turning on Entity Highlight mode. This mode allows you to play in full color but more easily see certain things by either hovering your mouse over it, being in close proximity, or having it always active depending on the setting you decide to choose in your settings. You're able to give colors to 6 different categories for both new features. Personally, I believe highlighting enemy NPCs and loot on the floor are probably going to be two of the most important things for the majority of people. If you want a category to be left out or turned off, choose the blank or black color option. You're also able to pick between highlighting in a border, which you can resize to ridiculous proportions, or a silhouette, which is really nice and pops into your face. I do have to say that a border may be preferred over the silhouette feature for certain bits of content. For example, at Telos or Araxor, it's hard to differentiate between minion types with the silhouette feature turned on. Dungeoneering is another good example where you don't want to be using the silhouette, as you won't be able to identify the key color without actually reading the text. In this case, border or nothing would be preferred, but it does make it far easier to dungeoneer in dark areas without a skybox filter turned on. It's worth noting that these two new features aren't consistent across all content just yet, as Jagex also mentioned this themselves. Either way, these are some really useful features for players with and without visual impairment. Double XP is starting this Friday on May the 17th, and it's worth noting that a couple of things have changed. Most notably, they've increased the cost of several of the items in the Double XP token store. The visual of a Double XP spirit spawning has been removed, although you'll still get tokens while skilling. And Nick the Trader seems to be getting removed from the Double XP events, and instead you'll have the option to convert 1 hour of Double XP time into 2,000 Double XP tokens this time around. I'm wondering if it's still as easy to get all the skilling outfits while trading during Double XP, as the cost of items in the store has been increased. In terms of patches, there really isn't that much worth mentioning. The Dwarven Chain Axe will no longer consume charges when chopping Ivy Jungle Vines, as they didn't reward players with resources anyway, and some bugs related to the Relic graphical rework have been fixed. For example, the water flow at this area. Tomorrow we'll be getting a look into all content coming to RuneScape in 2024, as the roadmap will be revealed, so if you don't want to miss that bit of news, be sure to subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.